Hello, and welcome to episode 28 of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. My name is Akira Green Bonner. I am married, and I love to say my whole name because I'm a Green girl, I'm a Bonner girl. I'm Akira Green Bonner, and I am coming to you from Adamsville, Alabama, where I live with my amazing husband and my beautiful baby boy Aiden, who is visiting his grandparents. So I figured I would take this time to film a podcast, and then when I go get him, he'll help me edit because he's helping my dad edit pictures, and it's so precious. Today is May 27th. I think it's been 2 weeks. I feel like it has. If it hasn't, I try. I feel like it's been 2 weeks since we last spoke, and I've been trying to make sure that I stay on top of it. It is around 9 o'clock in the morning, almost 10 o'clock. So I slept. I did not sleep in. I don't know what sleeping in is. I don't know how to do it. But I laid with my husband for a little bit, and I woke up at 7 on the dot, and I was like, okay, let's try to sleep in. 7 turned into like 7:30, and I'm just like, I can't. So I decided to get up. So this is a podcast about knitting, sometimes crochet, though I don't know how to do it a lot. I do have a scrappy blanket that I crochet. So a little bit of crochet, but mostly knitting and baby talk and mommy talk and anything crafty that I just feel like talking about. And I love family, so I'm always talking about family and friends. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_ and also on Ravelry as KiraGreen95. I'm gonna try to look into the camera and not at myself, but I can't help it. Not that I think I'm cute or anything, but yeah. It's really a lot easier to focus on looking at myself to make sure I'm in focus and stuff rather than looking into the camera where I feel like I'm looking into your soul. And I don't know you like that. I don't need to be in your soul like that. You know what I'm saying? We're friends. So, okay. I'm a bit chattery because I'm on my first cup of coffee and I just kind of got out the bed, and I do my best not to talk to my husband in my sleep, but once I start doing that, I'm like, okay, Kira, you need to get up. So yes, we also have a podcast group on Ravelry, which is the Knitting Annihilator podcast. Thank you for anyone who has joined, and yeah, I think that is all I have for administrative things. So we can definitely get started with the knitting stuff. I'm drinking caramel vanilla cream tea. I think the brand is Green Mountain. It's a K-Cup. Lots of sugar and a couple of drops of milk. That's probably why I'm so lit right now. Alright, so we can get started. I have a finished object for you guys. And I'm going to talk about some works in progress and some dream knitting, and I have some happy mail. So yeah, I guess we can start with what I'm wearing and also what's up here. So for my backdrop thing, this is my eyeball shawl by Stephen West. Such a fun knit. It is a lot of stitches. I'm just gonna warn you, like over 500 stitches. But was it fun? Yes. This is actually very potato chip knitting that I really enjoyed. So I didn't mind that it was 500 stitches. Now, was it a BIA to cast off? Yeah. But what isn't? You know what I'm saying? So this is with an I-cord bind, girl. But yeah, that's my eyeball shawl, not blocked. So this is how big it is, just off the needles, fresh off the press. But in shopping shenanigans, you're gonna see that I bought something, and this may grow. Stay tuned. And I am wearing my Namibia shawl by Tammy Gore. The pattern is now out, so go get it, love it, wear it. I am in love with this thing. It's just my whole life. It's cozy. It even looks so good on the camera. Yeah, so this is my Namibia shawl. The ends are still not woven in. Who does that? Just make sure I don't get it in my coffee. Ends are still not woven in, but that's okay. I'm in love with this. It's so warm. So yeah, I'm tatted up if you didn't know. Okay, let's get it together. Alright, Namibia Shawl by Tammy Gore, out on Ravelry. Get it hot off the press and stuff. I don't wear my shawls like this, but I see a lot of people wear their shawls like this, which I guess is pretty cool. I more so wear all my shawls like bandana style. Unless they're big like this, I can actually take them off bandana style and just wrap them around, which I love. Okay, so finished objects. I think I'm going to bring this segment to my podcast called, I don't know what to call it. I want to call it growth. I don't know. You can comment below what you want to call this segment. But basically, I knit something that I've knit before to just see how I've grown as a knitter. And this totally takes the cake. Like when I finished and I just saw like the beauty, I was like, I'm getting so good. Okay, so I knit a long time ago, probably like a year or two ago. I knit the Colorfield shawl by Kemper Ray, and I knit it for my birthday, so I could have a birthday outfit, because my birthday's on Halloween, but it was last minute, so I didn't have a costume, so I was like, well, I'll just knit myself something and be a birthday girl. And that's what I told people at the office. So I knit it, and here is the first time I knit it. And this was before the big pattern was out and all that stuff. So this is the first time I knit it. This is actually blocked. I was still a new knitter learning about yarn size. So I didn't know that the pattern called for a DK weight size. So this is actually fingering and DK. So this is way thicker than this up here. So my knit and purl was good by then. So as you can see, it's really pretty. I know this colorway was Pumpkin Spice Latte. And this is Coal Miner's Daughter by Lolo Did It. I forgot who dyed the pumpkin spice latte. I don't know. Sorry. You can go back. I showed this on a podcast, so you can go back to the podcast. Or maybe again, I'll be nice and find it for you. Which took me a while. But I did it for you. So I might do it for you again. Because I like you. So, yeah, so this is the first time I knit it. If you look really closely, like, that ribbing is all over the place. You don't know where it's coming or where it's going, baby. Just all over the place. And when you're a new knitter, you're kind of just like, well, crap. It is what it is. I'm not going back. I'm still that way. So fast forward to this year. Cinco de Mayo passed, and that is actually my wedding anniversary. So I cast on Hippo for Cinco, and it took me 13 days to knit this. Could it have taken me less days? Yes. Was I dilly-dallying? Probably. But yeah, all of 13 days to knit this. And here's what we have. So all Lolo did it. So of course I hashtag Lolo did it so she can see it. And I tagged her. And the ends are woven in. No ends. just needs to be blocked. But look how big it, hold on. Just look how big it is not blocked. Like, that is like a lot of space. So I'd probably wear it like this, because this is how I wear most of my shawls. Kind of like this, as like a staple piece in like the outfit. Now I'll probably just build around it like that. But yeah, so this is my big color filled shawl by Kemper Ray. She came out with a bigger size, and I knit the big size. And this is how much I had. It called for 2 balls of this, so I used a full ball of this. This is, okay, so this is how much I had left for the first ball, but I was nervous. So, this is what I have left. So I think I'm going to make like a hat or something. Or like a headband or something. And then this is what I have left of the main color. So yeah, so this is Hippo for Cinco. And the gray is Coal Miner's Daughter. I still have a lot of that left over from when I knit my first sweater. Come on now. Let me give you a closer look. Oh, I'm so proud of this. And now let's go down to the ribbing. Look at that. Look at it. It's so good. And then I think this is called the Icelandic. I feel like I'm right. An Icelandic bind off. So just that little trim to just pop. Y'all. But yeah. So just going from this mess to this perfection. Come on. And this just shows you don't have to knit your pattern just one time. If you love that pattern, knit it again. I would knit this again with a different eyeball color. Totally knit this again. Totally knitting the Namibia again. I can't lie to you. You're going to see that again. So yeah, that is my finished object. Just going to show it one more time because I'm so proud of it. I'm just so in love. And if you go to my Instagram, I did take some cute pictures with it. But just look at how big this is. It's not even my wingspan. It's bigger than me. Yes. Oh, this would be a cute tank top. If anybody else wear their knitting like tank tops, like, this would be a cute shirt. But yeah, so that's my finished object. And that's the only finished object that I have for you, so we can get into works in progress, which I have 2 of. And I'm going to talk about the gift knit today just because I need to vent. But we won't start off with that. We'll start off with something that's a little selfish knitting. I am working on the Windswept shawl by Molly of a Homespun House. Molly Cleat. I think it's Cleat. But I just call her Molly of a Homespun House. So, Windswept shawl. I actually printed this out. I usually just look on my phone or on my tablet to do the patterns. But I went ahead and printed this one out, especially because I am... Oh crap. I'm in the middle of a row. So it sounds like we're going to be talking because it's really hard to show things when you're in the middle of a room. So, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing fabulous. What are you drinking? Drinking coffee, like I said I was. I don't have any plans today. It is a Sunday. I gotta go get my baby and relax and edit this podcast. I'm so glad it's a pearl roll. Because if it was like the pattern, I'd be like, okay. So yeah, trying to think of what I can talk about. My hair. Oh God, they're telling me Aiden's like crawling. He's growing so fast. This is what I meant by mommy talk in the beginning. So Aiden is 4 months and 4 days. And he actually started crawling, kind of getting on his knees and scooting at about 3-ish months. And And he gets so excited when he's able to like scoot or anything like that. So he was with his grandparents, and apparently he is scooting himself around to look at the camera. I mean the computer, because my dad's a computer guy. To look at the computer and to talk and stuff. And I'm just like, stop getting big. You're my first baby and you want to be advanced. How am I supposed to like enjoy the moment? This is why people have babies that are like months apart. Because one kid comes out acting like he's like 27, and then the other kid is probably going to be so chill, and I'm going to be like, what's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Aiden was moving right now. Is this normal? Like, what is a normal baby? I don't know. Even my friends that have had babies, they say like, oh, Aiden's going too fast because my baby was not doing that till so-and-so. And I'm like, why? Why? Why do you have to do that? I love you. I want you to be little. It is crazy. So, Jesus. I want him to stop. So for my anniversary, my husband had to work. I think I talked about that on the last podcast, because I think the last podcast was on the 8th. Yeah. I don't know. So how are you guys doing? What are you working on? Comment down below. What are you working on? What are you knitting on? How are you feeling today? It's a good thing this is a DK weight shawl, because if this was fingering weight, this would be awful. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am, just in case, I mean, I don't think I've gotten new subscribers, but sometimes people may pass by and might not know me. So, my name is Akira. I am 22 years old. I work in insurance with auto claims. I file auto claims and assist people when their life goes astray during an accident. I am married to my high school sweetheart, who can sometimes not be a sweetheart, which I think people don't like to talk about. Like, they like to be like, oh, my high school sweetheart, he's so nice. That no. Sometimes husbands get attitudes too. And sometimes husbands just, aren't with it those days. I dropped a stitch. Isn't that good that I'm coming back? Look at that. That is precious. Picked it up. Okay. But yeah, husbands can get attitudes too. Marriage is not easy, you know? My husband's pretty fun, like 99% of the time, but that 1%, you can have an attitude. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, Mr. Attitude, are you on your period today? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. But I love being married. Being married is so much fun. I think, like, guys like stereotype being married, like, oh, once you get married it's like the fun's over and all that stuff. In my mind, I'm like, the fun's just beginning, you know? This is someone you're gonna be with for like ever, and you guys are going to go through so much and learn so many things. Like, why isn't that fun for men? I don't know. I love being married. It's super fun. Someone to come home to, make you a sandwich, give you kisses at night. Like, that's precious. So, I'm married. I have a son that I was just talking about. And I love to knit. I started knitting when I was about 19. So, been knitting for a good 3 years. That makes sense, yes. Because I started knitting while I was on the set of a musical. I love musicals, and I miss being in musicals. I was in a musical called 13 Alabama Ghosts, and that's when I pretty much picked up knitting. And I would knit, excuse me, and I would knit like backstage or during rehearsal. And at first I was like, okay, knitting, sure. But then I got into podcasts because I taught myself how to knit on YouTube. So of course when you're typing in like knitting, it brings up other stuff like podcasts and things to help you knit. Very Pink Knits taught me a lot, and Expression Fiber Arts. Yeah, I think that's it. Taught me pretty much how to knit. So, I think the yarn makes a difference. I'm not even gonna front or try to lie about it. The yarn does make a difference. And since I still knit with acrylic yarn. I made an acrylic hat the other day. And you know, I don't discriminate against acrylic yarn, but it's something about superwash merino nylon, something about cashmere, like, it makes it more fun for some reason. And then the beautiful colors and the speckling and the indie dyeing, and then you make friends with these people, kind of. Really, I'm just stalking everybody. But totally we can be friends if they ever wanted to be friends. But yeah, so that's really when I got into knitting, was when I finally started. And Lolo Did It was my first indie dyed yarn, because I did my first mystery knit along with Debbie and Amy from the Periscoping Sisters podcast. And that's when I legit fell in love with knitting, because it wasn't just knit and pearls. I was learning about stripes and all this stuff, and I was making hats. Hats was my favorite. They still are my favorite, but hats were like my go-to. Like, okay, I feel like duty today, let's knit a hat. And that would make me feel good. And now I'm like, I feel like duty today, let's cast on a shawl. But I'll still knit a hat, you know. But yeah, so that's how I got into knitting. That's my fiber story, as Christy Glass would ask. I would love to meet Christy Glass. She looks like a big old ball of fun. You know who else I want to meet? Corrado Lark from the Corrado Lark Knitcast podcast channel. I am in love with him. I am. He reminds me of my uncle if my uncle could knit. I would love to teach my uncle to. Oh my god, that would be my whole life. Okay. Pardon that filler. I'm here with you now. Here we go. My Windswept Shawl by Molly of a Homespun House. And this yarn is Legacy Fiber Arts in the Edward Scissorhands colorway. So I was here last time, so I got all the way down to the edge, the flowery edge. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I'm just gonna keep going and see how it works. I don't know if it's coming out correctly. I don't know, y'all, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep doing what the pattern says and just trust that it's right. But the stockinette pieces are so beautiful. I really want to just do stockinette, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going with the pattern. So I'm almost done. This is DK Weight shawl. I'm knitting this on my Hiya Sharps size 6 needles. And yeah, this is really fun. Look at those colors. I think I should open the other window. I just don't want it to be too lighty. But yeah. Those colors are really pretty. And I am in love with this yarn, so much so, of course, I bought more. So you'll probably see that next podcast. I will probably have a lot to show next podcast because I was very naughty. But yeah, so this is what I'm working on. And I'm hoping to be done with it by next podcast because I have a lot of dream knitting that I want to do. So yeah, so that is my windswept shawl. And what I'm doing is I printed it off because I wanted to basically follow the flower pattern. So I got a highlighter and I put highlighted means row complete, and I'm just highlighting each row as I finish it. So I only have 24 rows of that stuff, so I have 19 more rows to go. So it shouldn't take me long. And I'll probably knit while I'm editing and while Aiden is crawling and mess. So that's one of my whips. Okay, so now we're going to talk about whip number 2. Now, Mom, I know you've been super busy with your business, and so you're probably not going to watch this, but it's going to be one of those days where you're like, oh, Kara put up a podcast. Maybe I should catch up, like you've been catching up on your shows. So I'm going to give you a timestamp of where to go, unless you want a spoiler. You know, whatever you want, Mom. I love you. I don't care if you know or not. But I am making you something because I love you. And I make you something every year for Mother's Day. So, if you don't want to know what it is, here's the timestamp right here of where to go for the next segment. Now I'm going to talk about it. So, I am doing the Periscoping Sisters Mystery Knit Along. And I pretty much do it every year since they've had it. And it's always, I think the first one was like in the fall, and then since then the other ones have been on Mother's Day. So I've been doing them for Mother's Day because I love my mom. So, of course, I joined into this one. I tricked my mom, asked her if she liked this yarn. She said yeah, and I bought it that day. So, of course, you get clues and all that stuff. I am on clue 2. Yes, I'm on clue 2. And, just trying to get my thoughts together. Okay. Oh, yes, I'm on clue 2. Like right in the middle of clue 2. And at first I was upset. At first I was like, it started off, I don't think this is a spoiler because all the clues are out and I'm so far behind. So I mean, if you don't want to see, if you haven't started or what have you, then just look away. But if not, I'm going to show it now. So here's what I have so far. So let's talk about it. When I first started here, this is clue. Let me make sure I get it right. Da-da-da. Okay. Yeah, so up to the stripes. Okay. So from here to here is, from here all the way down here is to clue 1. So I said, okay, cool, I can do this. This might be like a stripy garter, because you don't know what it is because it's a mystery knit along. So I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be a stripy stockinette and garter, all the textures. That's going to be cool. Then I get clue 2. The wretched lace. I'm not a lace knitter. I never really liked it. The only thing I really like is eyelets. I love eyelets. Eyelets can be a part of an entire pattern and I'd be like, oh. But like actual lace, like lace designs and all that stuff, y'all can have it. Kira doesn't want it. So here's my lace. It's not bad. I'm actually really proud. Does it line up? No. But does it look like something kind of cool? Yes. So this side, hold on, let me, yes. So this is my good side. Like, just, it's really pretty. That's my good side. Over here is where it got a bit odd. So you can, I don't know if you can tell, some of the eyelets don't like line up. But I don't care. It's my pizzazz on my mom's gift. So she'll know it's Kira because her eyelet lace doesn't add up. I mean, she's not a knitter and she wouldn't be like, oh, that's not right. But at the same time, she just loves me. So it's okay. So then, as you can see, my spine got real ratchet. I don't know. Yeah, my spine got real ratchet, like right here. But I fixed it. So now I'm on this section. And then I think there's another lace section. But I'm gonna do it because I really, this is my mom right now. This is my mom. She started off just potato chippy, you know, knitting. Got a few stripes in her life. Then bam, the wretched lace. She's opening a business and people are rude. And then I come to visit. Nice garter. So I'm gonna finish because I want her to have this because I love her. So might knit on this while I'm editing. I don't know. But the yarns that I'm using, because I almost didn't talk about it, are the Scribbles and Knits. I think his name is Jason. That sounds right to me. So I'm gonna keep it. I believe it's Jason. I could look it up, but who's gonna do that right now? And he sent some tea. So I might give this to my mommy too. Here's a stitch marker, so I'm gonna put it on since I'm showing it. But yeah, I think his name is Jason, and I bought some of his yarn before. I don't think I finished using it yet, because I think I started something then ripped out. That's totally not his fault, that's totally me. Because the yarn is beautiful. Like, the yarn is like super duperty gorgeous. I was probably just like over it. Because that's me. I'm over it half the time. So, yes, so I'll show you. I'm splitting the yarn, that's why I'm having it a moment. Okay. Alright, there we go. Stitch marker is on. So the yarns that I am using, I'm trying to find the other thingy. It's okay because I know the name. So this one is called Inspiration. And it's like white and has some specks of all kinds of colors. I see pink and blue and stuff. And my mom has green eyes. So doesn't green eye... Y'all, don't quote me. I don't know. So there's this. And then this is called Drops of Rain. So beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. I like that song. Okay. But yeah. So that's my mom's gift that I am working on. Alright, Kira, this is the timestamp because you're going to talk about something else. Thank you, Kira. Alright. So, shopping shenanigans. So I decided that I'm going to get more serious about my knitting. And by more serious, I mean I'm going to do what everybody else is doing and actually block out this stuff. Like I said, this is not blocked. This is not blocked. My Find Your Fade that I knit a year ago is not blocked. I think my Garter Goodness is blocked. I used to block really ratchet. And I was just like, I want to block like a regular person. So I bought some knit blockers from Knitter's Pride. So I got some knit blockers here. And I got these lace blocker things. Now this, I don't know how to use. I'm gonna be honest. It's like those little things. These things. And I don't know how to use this. This isn't making any sense. So comment down below how to use these big old string things. Because I am lost. Alright. So, we also have our Yarn of the Month from a Homespun House. Let me clean up a little. Also over here is my first sweater that's just kind of dangling right here. I wore this as an outfit to work because it's freezing in my office. This is the Campside Cardigan by Alicia Plummer. This is the first sweater I ever made. And I'm just not in a sweater. I am not in a sweater making mood for some reason. I don't know. I just want to knit all the shawls. Like I don't know. But yeah, this is the first sweater that I ever made. And it is very, I need to peel it, if you know what I'm saying. These came out beautiful. I'm proud of me. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, got our Yarn of the Month Club from Molly of the Homespun House. So here we go. Alright, as always, I kind of just pull it out and let you see it first, and then I see it when I open my eyes. I hope it's in the camera. Oh, this is pretty. It's pink. It's like a little tonal. This is cute. Okay. I'm holding this upside down. So like I said, a homespun house. I'm going to take it out. Oh, this one has more yards than the last one did. Because in this shawl, this one only had 470 yards. Oh, it's because it's cashmere. It's not a lot. Okay, I see. This one is superwash merino nylon. It has 470 yards. So, and this one's called the High Equestrian. I don't know, guys. That's the name. I don't read very well. So yeah, it is pink. And then, oh snap, it's got like some dark spots going on. I wonder if this was inspired. Oh, this is a yarn of the month. Spoiler. But I'm sure everybody's got it. I think it comes to me last because I'm in like Alabama. So, I think this is supposed to be that lady. What's that lady's name? If I find it, I'll put it in the notes. But that lady that always wore pink. And like her voice was really high and annoying and she was just trash. So, oh look, there's like a blue speck. That's precious. I wonder if that's all throughout. Now that would be cool. Just like these random blue specks. I don't want to unravel it because it's so pretty. But yeah. So here we go. So we're up to May. So I do have 4 in there because this was January. So I've already knit with it. So I have the other 4 in there. I do have the other 3 coming because she is doing her she's moving to America. So the next Yarn and Charm Club, well, just Yarn Club because I always miss the charm part. The next Yarn Club, all 3 of them are coming. And you guys get to decide, do we open them all at once or do you wait each month? What do you want to do? I don't know. So comment down below, what do you want to do? Okay, so that is all I have in shopping shenanigans. So let's get on to, I'll do dream knitting. So Father's Day is coming up. Now Dad, if you're watching, definitely hit the timestamp. Gonna hit a timestamp for you too. I can talk about this because my husband doesn't watch. So this is Rib Magazine. This is the first edition. And I bought this so I could knit for my husband and my dad and stuff. Even my brother maybe. And Father's Day is in June. And I really wanted to find him something and knit him something really awesome. So I was going through this book and I saw this Metropolitan hat by Mina Phillip of the Knitting Expat podcast. Yeah. So I'm gonna make that for them. And the yarn that I have coming is Hippo for Dad from Lolo Did It. I can't help myself. I love Lolo Did It, and all the hippos for all the events is just awesome. So, yeah. So that's dream knitting. Also dream knitting, I want to make another Namibia because I'm in love with this pattern. And I have something coming for another Stephen West shawl. one that I've never made before, one that scares me anytime I see it on anybody's podcast, but I'm going to overcome my fears. And you're going to be there with me to watch and cheer me on. So I'll let you know about that once the yarn comes. And that is pretty much all that I have for you today. I won't talk at the end because I totally talked in the middle because I was in the middle of a row. And I hate that. If there was 2 people here, she could have or he could have showed their stuff while I knit my row. But it's just me. So I had to fill in for myself. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Become a part of the Alliance because knitting is our superpower. We are totally superheroes. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day knitting, crocheting, spinning, cross-stitching, whatever it is you do that makes you happy. And I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.